Lone Star State Barbecue Trail. Texas is much more, of course, than cowboys, cattle, and huge ranches. It's also got some of the best slow-cooked meats in the country. At Louie Mueller Barbecue in Taylor, Texas, they've been serving up mouth-watering barbecue since 1959, and it is our choice for the best barbecue. Here to show us how to make the perfect brisket and ribs is third-generation pit master and owner, Wayne Mueller. Wayne, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Russ.
All the way from Taylor, Texas.
Yes, sir.
About
How are
29 miles from Austin?
About that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, it all looks good here. Let's
Excellent.
begin with these cuts of meat. Tell me what you have here.
What we have are 3 cuts today. We've got a beef brisket, we've got some chuck beef short ribs, and some loin back ribs, also known as baby back ribs.
Okay, when folks are at the butcher looking for a particular cut of meat, what should they be looking out for in particular?
If they're looking for a loin back, I would say a smaller, £1.25 £1.5.
Yeah.
Generally, the smaller it is, the more tender it'll be. The beef ribs, I would say you want to get at least 1.5 inches, 2 inches of meat and a minimal amount of fat on top. Brisket, a little tougher to tell. They're all usually cryovac, but you want something that's a bit pliable, not so very stiff. And on this front end, this lean end, you want to get as thick a cut as possible.
Okay, in Texas, it's mostly about beef.
It's
where does that
pretty
come
much all.
from?
Well, I think it stems back from the cattle drives in the mid-19th century when Texas opened up as a republic and then a new member of the states. There was a lot of land and a lot of place for cattle to roam. So that's really kind of where it got to start.
Okay, let's start. You dry rub here.
Yes.
What's in the dry rub?
Dry rub is a very simple rub. It's coarse black pepper and salt. In this case, we're using kosher salt.
All right, anything to prep the meat before you put this on?
Yes, we'll trim it out. We'll trim a little bit of the excess fat off of the top. We'll trim a little bit of excess fat off of the heel.
Okay.
And then it's time to rub it down.
Okay, want to do that?
Yeah, let's.
How much do you put? Just you show us here, but how much of the rub are you going to put on here?
We're going to coat this very liberally. We believe that, at least from our establishment, that pepper is a 5th food group.
Okay. And today we're going to use a charcoal pit, but down at your place you use a serious, big-time barbecue pit. How would you describe it?
We have 3 really varieties of pit. We've got an upright, all-steel pit, which we use primarily for smoking sausage.
Yeah.
We've got a flat brick pit, which does most of our brisket. And then we've got a mobile pit, which is sort of a combination of the 2.
Gotcha, okay. For our purposes, we'll put a little more rub on that. We'll put that on the fire now. Now, typically, first of all, let me see how you put that on the fire. What side do you put it on? And
we're going to take this, the lean side down, and put that on the fire.
Okay.
We want the fat cap up so that the juices can actually run down through the meat.
All right. Now, take me through the process here. How long will this stay on the grill?
This will stay on the grill anywhere from 10 to 12 hours. Wow. Usually about 1.5 hours per pound.
Okay.
That's a general rule of thumb.
Now, being a guy, you want to go in there and turn it every now and then.
Yeah.
Do you turn it?
You do need to move it around because of the close proximity to the heat. So you'll shift it around so it doesn't get overcooked on one side.
Let's do this, if we could. Let's go ahead and take this other one off the grill here that we've already prepared here. Whoa, that looks good. All right, let me get my napkin over here and get ready for this. While you're doing that, let me ask you, we're asking all our chefs today, what's the secret ingredient? What makes it so different? What makes your place so different?
Well, I think...
you can tell me.
The simplicity of the rub and the tender, loving care that we offer each piece of meat.
Okay.
There's no commercial, large scale. It's very individualized. These are our children.
You gonna cut me a slice of this real quick?
You bet we are.
Sounds good. Fantastic. Wayne Mueller, we appreciate you coming in today.
Oh, thank you.
You're down in Texas, down in Taylor, again, 29 miles from Austin. Folks be sure to check you out. 51 years you guys have been around, huh? 52 years.
62.
Oh, 62?
Yes.
All right. How about that? Okay. Let me get a cut of that. All right, I'm going to get a piece of this, a knife and fork. Again, thank you very much, Wayne.